Hey Aries, welcome to your monthly reading for the month of February. If this is your first time here, my name is Laura and I am from babycurltarot.com. I am a tarot and oracle reader and I do monthly, mid-monthly, and occasional pick a cards here on YouTube. So this reading is going to be just for general situations that may pop up for you in the month of February, what could be happening, what people could be coming through, all of that good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and just jump right on into it. We're going to start off with the tea leaf oracle cards to get just some general messages around possible situations that could come up for you. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for my Aries people for the month of February? Let's see. Okay, got 3 cards. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have a dark woman, dealings or relationship with a woman with dark complexion or hair. Okay, so maybe this is you, maybe this is someone you know, or someone that may be coming into your life. We also have the axe, forces working against you. Oh no, that's not fun. And then we also have the moon, changes in your life. Okay, interesting. All right, so we're making some changes. Things may be a little difficult, a little tricky. Let's get into it. I'm going to be using the Divine Feminine Tarot this month. Spirit, what messages do you have for my Aries people surrounding the situation in February? What messages do you have for us? Let's see. All right, we have the 4 of Swords reversed, the Hierophant, the 7 of Pentacles reversed, and the Ace of Pentacles reversed, with the 9 of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting. All right, I would look and see which house falls into Taurus for you. We have the Hierophant here. That's a major arcana card. That means this is a major cycle for you in your life. And that's why I always tell people, if you have a astrological birth chart or natal chart that you can reference, take a look and see which house Taurus falls into, because that can kind of give you a little bit more information possibly about what's happening here. So we have a couple pentacles, we have some swords, and a cup card. All right. All right, so what I'm getting here right now, particularly with the Ace and the 7 of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like something fairly new that you've started, maybe a project, or maybe it's getting your finances straightened out, or maybe it's looking for a new job, trying to get a raise, so on and so forth. Has not been working out recently, and you're really struggling with why. I mean, it feels like it keeps you up at night. You think about it constantly. With this 4 of Swords reversed. The 9 of Cups reversed at the bottom of the deck definitely talks to me about things just not happening the way you've been wanting to. You can't manifest it. It's not coming through no matter what it is that you do here. All right. For some of you, you may be seeking the help of a leader or a teacher or someone who's very knowledgeable in their field as it relates to the situation. So you may be seeking some guidance from them in some way. For some of you, it could be religious. It could be, you know, who else could it possibly be? A mentor of some kind, a boss, a teacher. Could be a spiritual counselor. I mean, it could be a number of people. But it feels like you're going to this person for help, for guidance, for answers on why things don't seem to be working out for you. I want to go ahead and look into this Ace and 7 of Pentacles just to get an idea of what's going on here. Spirit, can you please clarify this Ace of Pentacles? Whoa. Okay. So we have the Hermit, the Empress, and the 7 of Wands with the 10 of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. Very interesting. Very interesting. Okay, we have some Taurus, Virgo, and Libra here with the Hermit and the Empress cards. So take a look at those astrological houses too if you have your birth chart. This can kind of help you understand a little bit more about where this issue may be stemming from. I feel like for a lot of you, the answers lie in the house that Taurus rules for you. And there's Uranus is going direct, or it just went direct in Taurus, so that could kind of help move things along a little bit more here. So be prepared for some kind of additional movement going on here. And that could be what the force is working against you means, astrologically speaking. Uranus is the planet of, you know, sudden and quick changes. So with it being in retrograde, I think since August of 2021, our movement and our growth in a lot of areas of our lives just has been kind of at a standstill. So with it now being direct, you could start to see a lot more movement coming. Now here's the problem I'm seeing personally with this Ace of Pentacles reversed. If you wanted to start a project, or you wanted to start, let's say, going to school, but for some reason the program or the classes you wanted to get into weren't available, or you needed certain prerequisites to get in, and it wasn't going to be available for a while, so you put it off, you forgot about it, and now all of a sudden, hey, that class is available again. Well, did you get your prerequisites done? Did you put in the time and the effort to research everything you're going to need? That's where the Seven of Wands energy kind of comes up. If you're not ready, if you haven't been putting in the work, if you haven't been, you know, preparing yourself, you could end up not getting the result that you want. You could end up not being able to plant that seed. So for me, it talks about maybe even a little bit of a personal hang up for some of you. Have you guys been standing in your own way? Have you been putting things off too long because things weren't moving the way that you expected them to a couple months ago? Okay, so when we see the Hermit card, you've definitely been waiting for things to kind of change. You've been, you know, just kind of doing your own thing. But the problem with the Hermit card that a lot of people don't understand is, even though you're in this period of like waiting and possibly even isolation, you're supposed to be doing the work. You're supposed to be looking for answers. You're supposed to be searching for opportunities and options while you're in that waiting period. And a lot of people forget that. So when the opportunities do start to come around, all of a sudden you're like, oh, holy shit, you know, I wasn't ready. Well, you had all this time to get ready. So why didn't you start planting the seeds, you know, when you should have? Now, for a lot of you, because we have the Hermit and the Empress upright, I feel like a lot of you did put in that effort. So now I think it's just waiting for that cycle to turn back around and, you know, start to see the fruits of your labor start to sprout. 10 of Pentacles is also Taurus energy. So, oh no, I'm sorry, that's Virgo energy. So again, it's that planning ahead. Did you plan ahead? For a lot of you, this could also, okay, so for a lot of you, this could also talk about pregnancy. This could talk about starting a family, because we have the 10 of Pentacles and the Empress here. The Empress is the divine mother. She's the divine feminine. And the 10 of Pentacles always talks to me about, you know, legacy. What kind of legacy are we leaving here? That can talk about our kids. That can talk about our generational wealth. That can talk about investments. That can talk about, you know, the white picket fence and 2 dogs, all of it. Everything that we ultimately want to achieve by the end of our lifespan. So for a lot of you, this could talk about, you know, having issues with getting pregnant. And I feel like these opportunities are going to start turning around for you. So do be prepared for that. Again, I just feel like this has a lot to do with astrology and not necessarily a person. Okay, now if you don't particularly follow astrology, or you don't believe that astrology affects us on, you know, such an impactful level, I would challenge you to look into it a little bit more, because that's what I'm really feeling here. I feel like Uranus has definitely slowed some things down for you, and again, working against what we want to move forward on. Instead, it says, no, you really need to consider, you really need to work some things out before these major changes start to happen. Really got to be sure if you're ready for this. You know, in terms of a kid, do you have your finances in order? Do you have, you know, a stable place to live? Do you have a support system in place? All of that. It wants to make sure that you've really thought this through before, you know, the universe kind of hands you what it is that you want. Very, very interesting. Okay, let's take a look at the Seven of Pentacles as well. I just want to see what's going on here. Spirit, can we clarify the Seven of Pentacles in reverse, please? What does this mean for our Aries people? What does this mean for our Aries people? The Seven of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, we have the Moon card, the Five of Pentacles reversed, Two of Cups reversed, and at the bottom of the deck, the Ten of Wands. Okay, so we have the Moon card here, which is more Pisces energy, or Pisces energy, I should say. What else is going on? So again, we have this Moon energy here and here. That's more divine feminine energy for me. It talks about things that are mysterious, that are hidden. Okay, things that we are, you know, not quite privy to in terms of the universe's information. All right, so some hidden things here. All right, so this is what I'm seeing here ultimately with the Moon card, Five of Pentacles reversed, and the Two of Cups reversed. To me, it feels like there was some things that you maybe needed to resolve before things could start happening for you. Again, if this is, maybe you're getting pregnant, maybe there were some deep emotional things that you needed to resolve, or relationships that you maybe even needed to solve. I heard relationships with parents and family, possibly as it relates to, again, with getting pregnant. If you're not, you know, on the pregnancy journey, then, you know, ignore that. Just apply what this resonates for, what this message in general resonates for. What I'm seeing is that there was a burden that you'd been carrying for so long that needed to be released in order for you to start seeing movement here. And again, coming back to Uranus retrograde, giving us time to actually think about the changes that we want to see and how to apply them in a way that's best for us. So I do feel like there were some hidden issues possibly between a relationship of some kind, whether that's the relationship with yourself, the relationship you have with your body, if this is a health thing, the relationship you have with money maybe, and how you spend it or how you view it. Again, relationships with family, your parents, what was that dynamic like when you grew up? Were you, you know, ultimately still resentful about some things that happened in your childhood? These are all things that were probably things you needed to reflect on in order for you to really understand how to move forward in the best way possible. These are things that needed to be considered. These were things that needed to be released. With the Ten of Wands, I mean, these are things that we've been carrying for quite some time, and they needed to be let go in order for us to move a little bit faster and more freely, without feeling tied down or, you know, again, resentful in any way. Ultimately, this time period, this struggle that you've been having with making things work, it's all been just a time for you to really sort out this relationship issue here, to sort it out and to release it and to move forward. With the Five of Pentacles in reverse, it feels like you guys are finally coming out of that. If you've been doing the work, if you've been looking at these types of relationships, if you've been doing that work and really understanding how you feel about things, why you feel about them the way you do, and what it is that you want to change in terms of that relationship, you will have a better foundation to stand on when things start to move. So again, it's like that being prepared. Like, did you do your prerequisites before you signed up for this class? Kind of a thing. That's what I'm getting here. So So I feel like for a lot of you, this Hierophant is going to represent some sort of counselor. Maybe you guys have been seeking therapy, or you've been seeing someone, some type of mentor, someone to kind of help you understand what's holding you back in a lot of ways. I feel like for some of you, this is definitely more emotional than, you know, a physical person actually holding you back or working against you, or, you know, misfiling your paperwork so that you can't move forward. It definitely feels like this is a lot more on a deeper emotional level, and that's where it's all stemming from. Now I'm going to go ahead and move on to some oracle cards just to get some additional messages, see what else can possibly help you through the situation. I'm going to be looking at the Ancestor Spirit Oracle cards, see if we can get some messages from your ancestors and they can help you through the situation. So Spirit, what messages do you have for my Aries people regarding the situation in February? Okay, we had a card pop out. Interesting. Embrace your inner gypsy. Freedom, fun, and music. Okay. So again, that letting go of things that tie us down, that emotional baggage, that emotional resentment, or the responsibilities that we take on that are not ours to take on. Having more freedom, allowing to release those things so that we don't feel tied down and we can move freely. We also have treat your body well, exercise, meditate, and massage. Definitely give your time, or give yourself time to rest, give your body time to rest, particularly for those of you who are trying to get pregnant. Treating your body well is going to be really, really key here. What else? We also have focus on children, pregnancy, birth, and adoption. Oh my gosh. Okay, so that's just confirmation. Some of you guys are trying to get pregnant. That's absolutely beautiful. So again, focusing on creating that system or that structure that you want for your kids, that maybe you didn't have as a child, and addressing those things in your childhood that weren't so great. So that way you can be a better parent when you're finally able to get pregnant. At the bottom of the deck, we also have re-energize your life, clear positive space, and harmony. Yes, absolutely. Excuse me. It's time to clear out that old energy. It's time to clear out those old beliefs, whether they're limiting beliefs that people have taught you or that you've learned to develop on your own through time, again, through carrying all that heavy energy, resentment, anger, all of that. So it's time for you to kind of release, like I've been saying, so you can get ready to embrace and welcome in this beautiful new energy, whether that's a child or just a new phase of your life completely. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at the final deck, which is the Moonology Manifestation Oracle. Spirit, what final messages do you have for my Aries people for this month of February? What final messages do you have for my Aries people for the month of February? Okay, we have New Moon in Cancer. Relax. Okay, take some deep breaths. Okay, take some deep breaths. Give yourself some time to rest, sleep as much as possible. I feel like you guys have definitely been stressed out. We also have the first quarter moon in Pisces. Honor your feelings. Absolutely. That's where that releasing comes from. That's where addressing those issues takes place. Honor your feelings. Understand that you do have the right to feel the way you feel, but we also need to learn how to release and know that holding on to those burdens are not always good for us, or they hold us back in a lot of ways. So definitely taking a look at some emotional work is going to be good for you guys. We also have full moon in Sagittarius. See the bigger picture. Okay. I feel like, for me personally, I feel like that kind of comes back to with knowing what's going on in terms of astrology, seeing how things are moving and seeing how things can play out in our own personal lives. Timing can be key. And also understanding just outside of the spiritual world, you know, making sure that we're really ready to embrace the new things or create the new things that we want to see in our lives. What's the bigger picture here? Am I creating a stable environment for a child? Am I creating a stable environment for my blessings to come in? And at the bottom of the deck, we have full moon in Aquarius. Be real, be honest, be absolutely brutally honest with yourself, where you're at, and whether you're really ready for this. All right. So that's what I'm seeing for you guys, my Aries. Please leave a like and a comment if this resonated for you. I would love to hear more about this if it did. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this. And if you want to link up with me on my other socials like Instagram and TikTok, I do some really fun things over there as well. And if you want to schedule a personal reading with me, you can always link up with me through my website, which is below in the description box. With all that said, Aries, I hope you guys have a beautiful month, and I hope to see you next time. Bye.